Hello, hello. Welcome back. Thanks for joining us.
Hi, you guys. Welcome to From Startup to Takeover. It's Kim and Latrice.
Welcome, welcome.
All right. So, hi, Kim.
Hello. How was your day, ma'am?
It was pretty good.
Mm,
Busy. Um, yeah.
So,
My
what
dad
did
made
you
home.
do?
My dad made homemade ice cream. So,
Okay.
um,
Have,
he's making strawberry chocolate and vanilla.
Go ahead, Aunt. Have you
Uh,
eaten any yet?
I had tasted a little bit of the strawberry because I
Mm-hmm.
started my week long grape fast. So I said,
Mm-hmm.
okay, well, let me get this taste, and I gave me like a little a measuring thing just to taste, and then that's it. So I'm not gonna partake in it this round,
Okay. So let
but they can.
let us know what the great you great fast.
I mean, it's just instead of water, instead of doing because I've done like different fasts for just water. I'm just doing grapes instead of fruit. Fruit, you could choose any fruit, right? So I'm doing specifically just grapes. I like grapes, so that's what I'm doing just until so today till next Saturday evening, I guess. So next
And it's
Sunday
just
out.
grapes only. The meal will be the grapes.
Grape fast, correct? Yes.
Yeah. Okay, okay. Interesting.
Oh, I've done this like several times. There's a lot of people that do that.
I
Yeah,
know, I know.
like they call it the mono fruit diet. That means just one fruit. You
Right.
pick whichever one you want, and then you just have at it. You could do 3 days. You could do 24 hours. You could do it however you want. I just chose a week. Um,
Mhm.
yeah, because I have
And
been
so
having 2 meals a day. I think I've eaten 2 meals a day now for the past. I didn't do it each day, but I would say in the last week, I know I've had maybe 4 of those days, and it ain't been just healthy, right? So
mhm.
I want to do my 7 day, get me back on track. It's just something I like to do
And
often.
okay, so you like to do it often. Is no benefit of it. It's just you like to do it. It
Of
does it
course, there's a benefit if you do any fast, right?
right, yeah. Yeah.
But yeah,
No,
so it's
I'm
just
not,
grape is
not
just
I
my
didn't say
particular.
that
I don't
wrong.
have any ailment, so
Right,
I just stay
right.
healthy. The benefit is for me to stay healthy.
Okay.
So if I wanted to do watermelon, I do love watermelon. The tricky thing with watermelon for me, it has to be sweet. Even
Mhm.
though I love watermelon, I don't love watermelon to where I can eat it regardless. So
Mhm.
it's normally a hit and miss. So if I'm gonna do something like this, I'm gonna go to the grapes because I've never had a whole thing of bad grapes, and
Right.
I love grapes. Although my favorite fruit, believe it or not, girl, is grapefruit. But
Ooh,
I don't know. I can't do no 7 days straight of just of just
grapefruit.
no
Ooh,
grapefruit though. But yeah,
that
so it's
yeah.
not to do anything because it has a lot of health ailments.
Okay.
I just do it because I want to keep my body where it's at. I don't
Okay.
want any,
Okay.
so I just do
Yep.
it. And sometimes I'll do just water. I've even done like a 48 hour soft dry fast. That's only brushing my teeth. I receive water, and when I shower, so that's drinking no water. And I've done that for 48 hours. Um,
Mhm.
and I actually did when I had. Remember, I told you I had ended up with like a slight shellfish allergy. And so,
Right.
okay, my body gonna need a reset. So I stayed off of the shellfish maybe about 6 months. And I was like, okay, hold on, let me do a reset with my body and then see if I can eat it again. So I did a 72-hour water fast. I then ate. And when I do a water fast, I know a lot of people like to do a gallon. I don't. I drink throughout the day, right? Whatever
Mhm.
amount that
Mhm.
is, that's the amount. Um, and then I ate, and then the next day I did a 48 hours. I was gonna do another 72, but I was like, I did a 48-hour water fast, and I end up doing shrimp and something else, and I'm fine. I'm back to eating seafood. So sometimes you just need to reset your body.
Yeah.
So that's what I did. But yeah, so I do different type of fasts just to stay
Healthy.
my body in a yeah, keep my body in a state of always at least being healthy and
To
catching
maintain.
something in case something is
Maintain.
going on, because sometimes things are going on in the workings behind the scene and we don't know because it's internal. So we won't know that. So if there's anything, stuff like this can catch it, take care of it, and let your body reverse and heal itself is what I like
Yeah.
to do. That's all.
Maintaining that healing.
Yep. Because
Maintaining
by the
the
time the
body.
doctor, because by the time the doctor knows that something's wrong with you, that means it's been in your body for a while. So I
Uh-huh.
feel if we do periodic fasts, I'm not saying go overboard and just go extreme, different things for different people. But I just feel if
Mhm.
I can get them throughout the year, whatever's
Yeah.
going on should clear up if it
Mhm.
started something. You know what I mean? So yeah.
Yep.
So that's how I do it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So how was your day?
Oh, it was just a quiet day. I had a do nothing day. Have you ever had a do nothing day?
I
No,
Yeah,
I've had a do
I
nothing
think
day.
I've made do nothing days, but yeah, of course,
I
absolutely.
did. Yeah, I had a do nothing day. Like I got the word, and after that, it was a do nothing day. Like nothing. I'm wondering, should we have do nothing days and not a day?
Yeah, I think it's good for us. A lot of people, people think you should always be doing something every single day.
Hmm.
I just think sometimes if your body calls for you to rest, or even your mind is just like today, I want the day, do it. Just don't make it all the time, but
Yeah.
periodically, absolutely,
Yeah.
absolutely. You know how I look at it? I remember being a single parent, right? And this is
Yeah.
how I see what you're saying as far as resting. Even because when you're a single parent, you need breaks.
Hmm.
So for me, my break would come summer, every other holiday, right? Then go with their
Right.
dad, split their time between their dad and then my parents. And that's a reset for me and my children. Because
Hmm.
as a single parent, it's more challenging because everything's on you for most of the time, right? So
Right.
my reset with my children would be taking that little break, and here's what's so crazy, girl. Every summer, I'll be like, okay, I know the summer, you're supposed to have them like this whole time, but what about if I get them early?
Nah.
Like, I miss my babies. And me and my mom, it was such a funny little thing because it's normally the dad's first, and my parents would get them, right? So it's the split. And then I would tell my parents, okay, I'm missing my babies. I think I want to get them back early. And I'm gonna be like, dog, I want to keep my grandbabies. I said, but I love my babies too.
Because
I
they
like
used
being
to
around,
be
I
there.
like being around my babies. So I just want to come
They,
maybe a week early, and get them, stuff like that. I
they,
always miss the kids, but yeah,
they were
just a
gonna
reset.
they were gonna take care of those grandbabies, baby. Every time I saw it,
Yeah.
nieces, nieces, yours.
Hmm.
I don't think JB, a few
Yeah.
JBs, yeah, but
Yeah.
I'm not
Yeah.
sure about the. I don't think with Deja. I mean, not Deja. Keisha ever over there a lot growing up.
No, because I mean, she had a mom and her dad right there, so it's like, uh, mm-mm.
Okay, Twan.
Yeah. You calling out everybody's name, child.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Good. I was just saying, did the other ones ever stay over there? I don't want to say it like that, like the other ones,
No,
because
no. My other sister, who
yeah,
has a different mom. No, I think hers was mainly with her mom. You know how I have this thing where, at least personally, I think most children go to the grandparents of the mother.
yep. I say it all.
Here's because, and it's mainly because the fathers, I don't know what it is. I don't want to say they're not as interested in their family because it's not that, but that getting to know your family, let's go around all the time. It's just really not them.
I say it all the time. I tell the ladies all the time. I say, take a statistic. If a girl, a woman, if she's close to her mother, her kids are going to grow up with her mother's side.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm,
They will see the father side, but they're going to grow up with that mother side.
mm-hmm.
I don't care what child it is. If you have a daughter and they have kids, oh, those kids gonna grow up with you.
Mm-hmm.
Her mother, her mother.
Yep.
It's just how it is. You may have that 1% that they grow
Yep.
up with
Because
the.
my husband is that 1% child. I was shocked.
Mhm.
Yeah. When he get his
Yeah,
kids, yeah, we go on to his side. And
yeah.
so it's well, you know what? I will say this. When my first husband, when we came home, we went to both. It was equal. The problem
That's
was when
how
we got
we were.
divorced.
That's
When
how we
we
were.
got divorced and he got remarried, he only and his wife had no children, But my kids ended up telling me later they always went to her side. For some reason, he didn't continue going around taking the kids around, you know, his parents and saw all this other stuff. So I don't know. I just think it's something about those girls when it comes to family, meaning women, when it comes to family. And again, which is why, you know, I definitely believe men need to jump in and be active and care about that kind of stuff.
And then another thing, because we split, you know, I had both grandmothers, so we had to go to both grandmother's side, the husband and the wife side. So it was like is somebody upset because you're going over to this person's house first, or the holiday.
I never had no problem. I got you.
So or the holiday first, you know, and then sometimes on the woman's side, when you are going to the other spouse parent home, you're not as relaxed. But as soon as you get to your mother home, it's another world.
What do you mean by that? I'm trying to find out what you mean. You said you're not as relaxed, but then as soon as you get to your, what do you mean?
Right. Like, just say me and mine. So when we went to his mother's house, it was just like, I'm just, you know, being all nice and, you know, daughter-in-law typey, quiet. But as soon as we leave that home and go to my mom's home, it's a different atmosphere. So I'm like loose talking. A lot of women are like that. As soon as they get to their mother's house, they act a certain way, a different way, because that's where they were raised and that's where they're comfortable.
Okay. Well, maybe could it be because if it's new? Because I mean, eventually. Okay. I hadn't had that experience, but okay, I got you.
So that's just you got.
It could be, you know, because we, you know, when you marry into families, there's different, you know, dynamics to the families. You know,
like
so
you're gonna have always 1% that experience in another way. So, and this one thing I wanted to do today too. I just want to know, you know, we always learn a word every day. I want to, you know, every time we get on every day for the rest of the 30 days, what we learn, what word did we learn today? Because, you know, I learned a word and I looked at this 100. I know it's an older video, but I looked at this video with this guy, this gentleman. He was 109 years old. He was still driving and everything, driving his girlfriend around, and everything, smoking cigars. He said every night every day he eat ice cream. He have to go to bed, eat ice cream, and he smoked 10 cigars a day. He was 109 years old, did not look it.
Now, this is now? He's still living, is what you said?
No, well, he was a while ago, but it's not now. I said it was an older video.
Oh, you did say older. Okay.
And I was like,
I see him right now. He got his little hat on. He's a veteran. He's a veteran. Black guy.
That's right. He was a veteran. That's right. And he 109 years old. He still was driving his truck, take his girlfriend around. They wanted to know. He said he eat ice cream every night. He smoked 10 cigars. He said people get around here smoking and they don't know how to smoke. He said, because you don't inhale that smoke and be coughing. Because he said, I don't cough.
I see. He passed 2018. He ended up. He made it to 112. You better go ahead. That's right.
You better go ahead. And that's why I say they lived such a long time, and the things that they did versus why these people dropping now versus what are they doing now versus what they were doing, because he was 112 and he just recently passed. That's 2018. You know, that's not like a long time ago. Long time ago.
Yeah, he passed 6 years ago. It'd be December, be 7 years. So yeah.
Because I know I was reading it when I moved here. So in that time frame, I know he was still alive. Like, okay, Grandpa, that's me. Riding around still.
So in 2013, because 2013, okay, because Barack Obama, Barack Obama acknowledged him. So in 2013, he did, and then 5 years later. He was gone. Okay.
He said he was still serving.
I wonder, when did he start smoking?
I'm not sure. I was just listening.
But he said, but you know what? He said the right thing. He wasn't inhaling.
That's what I said.
That is
what I said. Yeah. He said you don't inhale. People get around here inhale coughing. He said you don't do that. You just smoke and blow.
And drinking whiskey stiffened or stipend
Yes,
coffee, whatever that
yes,
means. I guess he just add whiskey to his coffee.
yes. And he was still healthy, skin looked good, and
Oh, I'm
everything for
looking
that.
at him. He looked good. Yeah, he looked
Yeah,
really good.
he was still
Absolutely.
serving the Lord. The Lord kept him preserved. I don't care what he was doing. People get around here and judge, but look at that man, 112 years old, and was still smoking and drinking, not getting drunk, but he was enjoying life.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. And he knew how to do it. Still had a little girlfriend. He better go ahead on, Pop.
Cha. Cha.
Still driving.
Had the girlfriend. That's the funny part. That's what I'm saying. If we're
Yes.
still here, and that's
Yes.
why you remember you was talking about the young lady in the early 20s and not
Yes.
just kind of giving up. That's why I was like, man, if we're still here, keep
Yes.
going. Just change your life around and get what God has for you. You know, just enjoy life. I think that's cute.
Your life. That was so cute to me. I love it. And I was like, okay, Lord, you know, I'm hearing you. I'm getting my word. So I was like, okay, so we're gonna see what did you learn today? What did I learn?
I ain't learned no word because I ain't want nowhere anybody looking up no word.
You did today? So
Yeah, I don't do that every day.
You don't?
My husband got it. We have it where it come into our email. Girl, I'll be like, I don't learn no word every day. What word did you learn?
Well, you know, I learned just about a lot. One main thing that stood out or didn't stand out. It was just because I already know.
Oh, I thought you said a word. I'm sorry. I'm confused right now.
Yeah,
I thought you were asking what word. Like you actually there was a word that you heard that you went and got the definition and learned. What are you talking about?
No. I was talking about the word of God.
Oh, girl.
I couldn't say because you told me you get your word every
day. I read, but I just there ain't nothing that brand new pop up to me every time. No.
Yeah, but
a lot of times what I have to do, and I realized this early on in my life, I have to read and listen to things over and over again. Instead of like one time you will catch me playing. Let's say if I started Matthew today, right? I'm gonna start from the beginning and then I'm gonna go back probably 3 or 4 times. That's just how I do it to get it in me. So yeah, no, that wasn't anything that I learned new today to think about.
I had already learned about, you know, he always talk about tithing, and it's not really tithing anymore, it's giving, which I learned that with reading myself, because I'm always hungry to know what the word is saying about everything. Like I'm like, everything, what is going on with the tithing stuff back then before we knew better. And I
had an issue with that about 10 years ago and kind of dived into it.
Yeah, and I researched it, and the Lord, he was saying that we should. The scripture was like today. I looked it up because I wanted to know it. The scripture was like, if tithing, it not even really tithing, because you're supposed to give from your heart. And he was like, store up. You should not store up money, but you should have like the tithe that you would give to the church. You should already have that at home. Say like if someone come to you, I send someone to you, you should already have that money there to give to them or whatever it may be, to give them in your home. So it wasn't so much of you have to give money at church, because they be out over the TV. If you give $1,000, God, no, God's not going to give you anything because you are giving $1,000. He was talking today on how I forget who he said was, but he gave after God had blessed him. He didn't give before God blessed him for God to give him anything. He gave after God had blessed him, after he had gotten rich and wealthy. Then he was like, oh, look, God gave me all this, and he started giving to God. So, that's what I learned, that we don't work for ourselves. People think we work for ourselves. We really don't. We work for God. We work to give to other people, because he's going to make sure we are taken care of.
Absolutely.
Even though we have to pay our bills, he's going to make sure you have more than enough for that, and you have more to give and take care of the people, because that's what I want you to do. That's how you take care of the kingdom.
Yeah, that's why I give away stuff out of my garden. I like to give it away. Because people always think equate everything to the dollar. That's not necessarily it.
Yeah,
What do you have a gift doing? You know, what
yeah,
do you do?
yeah.
And like you have
That's
a like, okay, because I remember I was talking to my husband. I was like, okay, so with me now not having to work and just focus on the business. That's let me stop saying not have to work. Not have to work
right,
for someone else. Because our business
right,
is baby, I'm working.
right. That's right.
But not have to work for someone else. My truck is just sitting here. And
Yep.
so I was like, I talked to God and I was like, who can I help? There's someone that maybe need a ride somewhere, because
Hmm.
okay, I got this truck out here. I can either just before my dad had came with me, I was like, no, it was after my dad came. I was like, I wonder if I can take like an elderly lady to church or,
Hmm.
go to the movies with her or spend some time with her. And I said, I don't want to force it, right? But there's something that I can do with just my vehicle to
Hmm.
take somebody where they need to be.
That's right.
So at first I thought about tapping into uh, pregnant women that may need a ride to doctor's appointments and stuff like that.
Wow.
So I was
Yeah.
gonna that's one of the things that I said I'm gonna look into to
Hmm.
see if there are some, mothers out here who need some
Hmm.
help. Here's my only problem. So when I
Wow.
dived into that, I don't like the Baltimore area. I guess I'm
Okay.
getting a little bit close to where I'm at. Because you can make wrong turns. So I'm like, okay, I have to be careful because it will be just me, right?
Hmm. Hmm.
So, and I know my other issue is, so how do I find someone where I'm still going to be safe?
That's
So
right.
the other piece was like the elderly, and it's so silly. I was getting something. I went into a store and an elderly lady, we just got to talking and she worked there. She do part-time. She's probably 70 something years old. We did exchange numbers. I reached out to her a couple of weeks ago. She didn't get back with me. I need to reach back out to her again. And I was like, well, maybe I can, start a relationship with her because I feel like instead of just keeping my truck in the yard, doing nothing until I got to go run to do something with the business, I can do something for somebody else. Because I've
Hmm.
always been the type when I was younger and had a car. If my car can leave the driveway and I got gas in it, you're not paying me no gas money to take you nowhere.
Right.
I've always been
No.
this way. And I've never understood people saying, well, you got to give me gas money. I'm like, you have a car and you got a job and you got gas in your car. Now it's totally different if you don't have nothing. I got
Right.
that.
Right.
Um, but put like this, I'm 48 years old. I've never charged nobody gas money.
Yeah.
So
Me.
I'd
If you
like
give
to
it to
be
me,
able
that's
to just
okay.
do something for you and not
Mhm.
say, because to me, if you already need a ride, that means somewhere you're struggling,
That's
right?
right. Hmm.
So not that I wasn't struggling, but I had a car and I had gas in it. So you ain't asking me to take you 3 hours away. You asked me to take you to the store. You see what I'm
Right.
saying? And I had
Right.
no problem doing that and not charging
Hmm.
gas money. So
Hmm.
yeah, it's just I'm looking for ways that I can help people
I'm
just being able
always
to get them
looking.
somewhere with my car because my car is just sitting out there until I go somewhere for an hour and come back home,
Yeah. Yeah. I'm always looking to help someone. Like I'm always looking to help. And my grandkids, they want to help too. I've told them, and I'm gonna have to stand up to what I said that we were gonna go and pass out food to the homeless. They wanted to go to McDonald's and buy 50 burgers and go and take them to the homeless. And I told them we could do it. We're gonna do it. It's been too hot. It be making me weak.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah, so that I'm gonna let them do that because that was their idea and they want to do it.
Hmm. That's cute. That's that they have that in them, and because so this my thing with the homeless.
I'm sorry.
To
Go
me,
ahead.
to me, sometimes it's difficult because when it comes to the home, because I know they sometimes they choose because mentally they just don't want to be around other people. It's so many different reasons why people are there. Um, so it's not that I don't want to do anything, but so let me ask you this: what about safety when they get out? How do you determine who's safe for them to go and give food to? How will you
Well,
make that decision?
we were going to go where Granny used to give food out on to the church, and
Mhm.
it's the people we frequent that road a lot, and we grew up there, so I kind of know some of the people. And when my other half was working at the restaurant in that area, he used to give them food as well at the end of the day. you know, he would give the food that they want to throw away. He'd be like, no, they're getting this food. He would never let the people throw the food away because he said it make no sense. Why y'all gonna throw that food away? All these homeless people out here. So
they do it because I used to work at a restaurant. If there's anybody get sick, they could be held liable. So there are reasons behind it. There are reasons behind it.
So they rather throw it in the trash and the people go in the trash and get it out.
Because then they're not responsible if they get sick. Because so it's a lot when it comes to food.
Yeah.
People get sick with food, right?
Yeah.
And you don't know it. It's like, let's say it was a bad batch, right? And you're not gonna know until sometime after. It's not always immediate. I think food poisoning can take up to 2 weeks after, probably longer than that. So they do have to be mindful, and I do understand that because I remember I used to get mad as a teenager. I worked at McDonald's, and when they had to get rid of stuff, I'm like, what? All these people, you get emotional.
Yeah,
it's emotional without no logic. You have to put logic to it. But I was very emotional about it.
Yeah, they still throwing, even in the bread, even if it's in the plastic, they still throwing it away. They can't, all this food is just going in the trash, and people are hungry.
It's liability. It's liability. They should find another way to do it. But people do have to be, when you have a business, it's different from being an emotional thinker and an emotional reactor. You can lose everything you work for. Because I thought about the restaurant stuff. It's a lot that comes with it. It really is. And so I get it. When I was younger, I didn't. I got very emotional about it. Like I said, I had no logic to it. I was just emotion speaking. But there really is more to it. Doesn't mean something can't be done, right? To where they can create something, But I get why they do it. I get it.
So
because I don't want nobody come and take everything from me because I had a kind heart. We got to be careful of that.
Yeah, I wouldn't let my grandkids get out by themselves anyway, because I already have a team. Like we going with them. We going, this person going. So we all gonna,
That's awesome though. Yeah. My sister always, as far as I know, pretty much majority of her adult life have always did volunteer stuff like that. Me, I'm a little bit different. I don't like to organize. I know it's so crazy. I don't like to organize volunteer stuff. I like the out of the blue volunteer stuff. So we both have the same kind of heart. She just like to organize, set up, and I like the random. I like the random.
And I like I'm a random. If I see it and it needs to be done, it needs to be done. Like I had one year for Christmas. I told Mama we going and take food to the elderly, and what we did, we went to this place. I can't think of the name of it, but they had a place where they had food fixed for. I don't think it was Meals on Wheels. It may have been Meals on Wheels, but they fixed the food and they give us addresses to like 10 homes of the elderly. And on Christmas, we took them Christmas dinner.
Okay.
Because some of them can't get out.
Yeah.
And that's good. Some elderly people don't have family. They can't get out. And they're
How do you find out about those people? How do you even find that out that they don't have family?
They will tell you, like my daughter, she's in that kind of field, and she know all types of things like that. People don't have family.
So the average person, no, I was just talking about like the average person to know in order to assist. That's what I was saying. So your daughter's position. Gotcha. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because so the way that I've always tried to do mine is when I think I know of someone in need, mail it anonymously. Because so I'm a little weird. I think that when people know you can do something, sometimes they may end up trying to abuse it. So I do like to do it where they don't know it came from me.
Well, we used to do it too. Like when I was living out of town, we would frequent a lot of stores, and a lot of people knew us. So we would set up on a day, and the people that I was set up with, they were like social media savvy. So they had people to come and bring like soap and toothpaste so we could take to this day shelter, because they had a day shelter there, so they could come take a bath, relax, or maybe watch TV, eat something. So we would do that type of, those type of things. In a bulk, rather.
Yeah, because I like to. So for me, when I say like I like to know that there's somebody who I know is working, and they look like they're struggling and secretly get their stuff. That's what I'm talking about, like that. So
Okay, yeah.
I know because I have heard that sometimes when you give to these places, it don't go where you think it's going. So that was the reason why I said I like to do it anonymously, but know the person and secretly get it there, and they not know where it come from. Because sometimes when you do, like, especially like grocery store, they like, hey, you want to donate to? I always say no because I do my own donations and it get to where I want it to get to.
Like they used to do that. What it was the Secret Santa that used to pay if you put a layaway up, they would pay the layaway off, and you didn't even know it.
Yeah, a lot of people they started putting that on the broadcasting it. Yeah, that people just go up and pay for layaways. Yeah, but I still don't know that person.
I don't either because they paid for a few. Thank you for a few of my layaways for my grandchildren. A few 2 years in a row when I put my layaway up. They called me and said it was paid for, but they called, right at almost at the end of the time it was supposed to be paid off. Then they'll call you and tell you it was paid off and you could come get it.
Yeah. I think one year my son had a balance at his university, and what happened was, at the end of the year, you need to pay the balance. But it's not even that it was a lot. It's just the fact that he received notification that it had been paid. And I found out that it was actually Steve Harvey's. He has a boys to men type camp stuff. I don't know exactly what it is, but that particular year, they had paid off at all the HBCUs and the ones that had balances. So that's the kind of stuff. I'm trying to say it right. That's the kind of stuff I want to know where it's going. Because we need that type of assistance, and a lot of other people get that assistance. And when we do it at these other places, they get it first, not necessarily us. That's why I like to know who I'm taking care of. And the fact that he did a HBCU, he knew it was going to his community who need it. So that's how I like to do it. When I give
I wonder if any programs are still around like that, like paying it forward, and because you don't hear too much now. The economy's so jacked up, you don't hear anything. So,
yeah, it might be. But I know my husband. That's one of the things we're definitely when we get all our stuff in play. That's what we're huge on. Absolutely,
paying it forward. Yeah. Okay.
All right, you guys. So it is 8:33. Thank you for joining us. We have hit our 30-minute mark of day 19 of the 30-day challenge. We will be back here tomorrow, same time, same platforms. So please come and join us and help us to continue to grow. Takeover. There you go. Watch us work. Kim and Latrice.
Good night.
Good night.